What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm back for more Pokemon VGC Regulation H ranked VGC battles. Today we're busting out a team that was requested in my comments section. If there's a team or Pokemon you want to see me use, leave a comment letting me know. I'm trying to get to all of them. You guys leave some really cool and innovative ideas that spark my mind and let me actually play the game you guys want to see it. So this was a comment that was left on my channel. Another amazing video as always. It was on a recent video saying, can you do a video with Alolan, Ninetales, and Baxcalibur? And you know what? Ask and you shall receive. Here we are. This is a really cool team that uses Choice Scarf Baxcalibur. The way that most people like to beat Baxcalibur teams, they say, okay, I'm going to do my absolute best at not letting a Baxcalibur get a Dragon Dance off. That's the one thing that they do. That's how you beat Bax. You keep it, you know, slow and weak, right? Well, I thought about that and I was like, what if we made a team that like came pre-packed with an already Dragon Dance Baxcalibur? We can double dip our Dragon Terra to get that attack boost on our Glaive Rush, and we have a Choice Scarf to make ourselves basically have a Dragon Dance built in. So the way this team likes to be played is we open up with like a Murkrow and Armarouge or Murkrow and Dengo. We just go Tailwind, do some big AoE damage, and then what we want to do is we want to trade like a 1-for-1 or even a 1-for-2 in some situations, or even a 1-for-none. We lose either a Murkrow or a Dengo, but we break potential sashes and put things within range to get KO'd. Then we bring out that Bax, and if they traded Tailwinds with us, they're probably like still outspeeding. They probably still think they're Pulse faster. They probably still think their Garchomp, their Hydreigon, you know, their Volcaronas. They probably still think those are faster. They try and just dump truck your Bax and stop it from getting that Dragon Dance that they know you want to go for. And you're like, actually, I'm Scarfed. You're dead. You know, shake my hand. GG's, right? So it's a pretty cool team. And then you have Ninetales to close. This is not a Roarveil Ninetales. Roarveil doesn't really work on this team because we have a lot of aggressive Mons. We actually just want more of like Freeze Dry, Encore, more aggressive, you know, hitting options on our Ninetales. So hopefully get some big wins with this team. Again, if you guys have any ideas on teams you want to see me use, Pokemon you want to see me use, strategy you want to see me use, let me know in the comments. And while you're down there, think about leaving a like on the video because we're trying to get this video to 100 likes. I don't usually ask for this sort of stuff, but I want to see the numbers go up on the YouTube analytics. So without further ado, let's get right on to this. Wish me luck. Here we go. Very standard stuff. So like Hydreigon, Garchomp, Dengo, Aggro. This is a good game for Bax. So we get up those Tailwinds, right? And then we bring in that Bax. And they're like, yo, my Garchomp outspeeds Bax, I'm good. My Hydreigon outspeeds Bax, I'm good. My Dengo might even outspeed Bax, I'm good. And I'm just like, Dragon Glaive Rush, right? So if we open up something like this and just stick that damage, break the Talonflame Gale Wings, Bax is going to come in and clap cheeks. I think Bax is good here. I think I might even want the Indeedee here just to be able to stop fake outs. So the way it's going to work is like Bax might go, Goldango might go 1-for-1 and chip. Murkrow gets the Tailwind, probably goes down. And then we go right into like Bax Indeedee to close this. I really like that. As long as they don't have any Fairy Terras back, this is good. And I think Ninetales could also be seen as a very usable Mon here because they have so many dragons. Ninetales is really good here though. I think the Indeedee though is what I'm looking for though. Just because they have the Rilla, and I feel like if I get pinned by a fake out, that's going to be very hard to get back from. But if I bait the Rilla out, pivot on the fake out, KO its teammate, and then KO the Rilla the next turn, I'm going to get like a 2-for-none there. So I think I'm going to try to get a KO early, and then pivot in the Indeedee to block fake out on their repin and just win the game, right? That's kind of how this is going to work. All right, Hydreigon and Talonflame. I'm just gonna I don't Terra here. I just go for the Make It Rain. So we trade. I guess I could also just KO the Talonflame. That's not bad. So just like Tailwind trade. I guess I do have to Terra here because I don't want to die to. I don't want to get KO'd by Hydreigon from like a Dark Pulse. They do outspeed me, so I need to do this. And if they throw like an Earth Power and they do that, that's fine. This is a lot of damage. He's going to break that Talonflame's Gale Wings, put it within range for Murkrow's Sucker Punch. And then we're going to bring in Bax, and we're probably not getting any KOs this turn. I wouldn't even be surprised to see a Terra on their side. KO and trade, cool. So I should eat the Earth Power. Let's see what they want to do with the Hydreigon here. And like I said, we're not KOing Talonflame, but we're breaking that Gale Wings to put it within range for Sucker Punch. Snarl. It's absolutely A-okay, especially if you miss on something. Nice. This is doing great damage here. We can just haste this away. Yeah. Look at that damage. I think that is with Talonflame is still within range, so I'm gonna go for it. pivoting the backs, dude. Dude, I'm doing it. I'm gaming out here. I'm just going to save this Dengo. Why throw it away, right? Why throw it away? If you're just going to Snarl again, or if you like live and get to Flare Blitz, like I'll take a Thermal Exchange. You might even be playing passive this turn and not know that I outspeed things. SP baby! Oof! Murkrow busted. Yo, you heard it here first. Murkrow absolutely busted, boys. And we got the backs. You're not throwing a Draco attack into that slot. There's a Snarl. Dude, backs don't care. They do see that I'm not Clear Amulet, which, like, if I was the opponent here and I saw no Clear Amulet backs, my Scarf senses would be tingling, right? Because what other item? It's a choice item, right? It could be, you already saw the Viper on the Murkrow, right? What item would backs hold? Maybe like a One Berry? Goggles is so unique. I would say Choice Band or Choice Scarf are more common. So, like, Garchomp would be a good mon to bring in here if you're expecting the Choice Band set. I'm just going to pop you in the mouth. Big pop you in the mouth. So let's see it. We should be able to finish off the Hydreigon too with the Drill Peck. Garchomp would also pull my back so it can only attack one mon in different directions. Oh, it's the Rilla. Cool. So we actually talked about this flow chart. We set this one up in the team preview. What we're going to do is pivot out our Murkrow for our Indity, block a Fake Out, KO their Hydreigon, and then KO their Rillaboom. Pivot in the Indity. Glaive Rush, Hydreigon. Easy. And they're thinking right now they're in a great spot. They have a Fake Out pin. They think they outspeed the backs. They think they can Fake Out pin my Murkrow, take out my backs, or even Fake Out my Murkrow and make sure they KO Murkrow with Hydreigon and make sure I can't reapply Speed Control, and then they'd be able to leverage their Speed Control with their Hydreigon and potentially their Garchomp later. That's what they're thinking here. It will not work. So Psychic Terrain is good. There's that Fake Out. Who are they targeting? Survey says. In DD slot, which was the Murkrow. And Scarf Bax. He's like, no need Scarf? What? I know what are you going to do? Send out Garchomp, go for Dragon Claw, follow me, Glaive Rush. I'm going to Glaive Rush the Rilla too, I think. Getting the Rilla low enough is probably the better play, because the Garchomp is going to force a Terra either way. And we just want to repin that with, like, Dengo Murkrow, right? So we want to force that, like, Steel Terra, and then just come in with Dengo Murkrow and go for, like, Shadow Ball, right? That's what we're looking at here. We can also, like, repin with our, with our backs and just go for, like, high horsepower. If we know they're going to be going... I don't think they have Earthquake. I think it's all single target. So it's probably going to be like Stomping Tantrum stuff. They might have Rock Slide, but it's probably like Stomping Tantrum, Dragon Claw. I don't think they would have Earthquake on like a Garchomp-esque team. Like, a Rillaboom-esque team. I don't think they would have that. The Grassy Terrain would be too anti-synergistic. But let's see what they want to do. They still have Terra. And if they want to like Fire Terra Rilla, that's still taking big damage from the Glaive Rush. Remember, we already Terrastalized. If we didn't Terrastalize, I think I would have Terra'd my backs here to make sure that we Oko the Rilla. I think like an Adamant Dragon Terra Glaive Rush KO's Rilla. We're going to see by this calc here. So let's see. There's the Terra on the Garchomp. Steel's common. There's the Steel. We were just talking about that. So Dengo can even Focus Blast that thing for the walls. I might do it. I ain't doing anything else today, bro. Follow me's up. And let's see. Survey says, how much damage is this doing, this Glaive Rush? Big damage, right? Dragon Terror probably wouldn't have got it. But he does have the EQ. Great play from them. I think that's smart. They Oko the backs, dude. Sheesh. Because of the Glaive Rush. Double damage, right? That's nutty. Didn't think I was going to die there. Did not think I was going to die. It's Life Orb. Okay, there's a damage multiplier involved. There is a damage multiplier involved. If they Wood Hammer here, they're going to lose their Rilla. Right? Nice. You know what? Let me think about how I want to play this. Let me really think about how I want to play this, because, like, I think I have to go with the Dengo, and I think I have to Focus Blast it. I'll totally do it, too. Like, I ain't doing anything else today, bro. I ain't doing anything else. I actually think Shadow Ball could probably get it, though. We're just going to go Dazzling Gleam and Tailwind. And then set it for Dengo. But they're going to take, like, Dazzling Chip, another Life Orb tick. They'd have to take another Life Orb tick from hitting the Murkrow. They'd be taking, like, 3 to 4 Life Orb ticks plus damage. Like, Shadow Ball's right. But should I Focus Blast? The ultimate, like, F you, bro, right? You know what I mean? It'd be, like, the ultimate. Here we go. Tailwind's up. It's not doing that much with the Dazzling Gleam here. Ooh, they actually do outspeed. Is there... should they... I guess they outspeed my Entity. That's kind of nutty. That's kind of nutty. Huh. I didn't think they'd actually be able to get the Murkrow off the board that turn. Or I thought they'd go after the Indity. Because like I could have just follow me'd and Tailwinded. Shadow Ball totally gets this guy, dude. Shadow Ball totally gets it. I'm a Focus Blasted, dude. Actually, Shadow Ball would get it if after a Life Orb tick. So I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to Protect here. You can absolutely KO this Dengo. But you're going to tick off from your Orb. That's so smart that what they're doing there. They're actually doing that to bait out Protect on my Indity. Now I need to... Now I can't even go back and Focus Blast. Because I was trying to make it so they'd hit the Dengo and do that chip there. Yeah, if I don't get the KO with Shadow Ball, I just lose. Which is highly possible. We need to go for a double Protect. That is the correct play. Here we go. Double. Never lucky. Shadow Ball gets it. Shadow Ball gets it. That was a great Protect from them, by the way. We still got it. But like if we low rolled the Shadow Ball, or if they were left at like 1, the reason why we wanted to protect the Entity is because when they went for that Earthquake, they KO the Dengo, right? But then they take that extra 10% from Life Orb. And I didn't know if Shadow Ball would be enough to get it, but like, because this is a timid Dengo. But we definitely take those. And we use the Scarf Bax. That game went basically just like I thought it would until like the last couple turns when they decided to target the Murkrow, which is a great play. They went for the great play Protect with the Garchomp to basically wait out my Protect so I couldn't go for that same play. But good stuff. We take those wins. Bax busted. Bax busted. Did exactly what we wanted it to do in that game. Oh man, it's the little Spice Pokemon. Alright, Spice Pokemon with Lucario and Armarouge Mirror. Huh. Well, I do think that, like, Baxcalibur can be really good here, but I think we need speed control first, and I'm not really afraid of Trick Room. Like, I guess if you Trick Room me with your Armarouge, that's pretty lame, so I guess I could still lead my Armarouge to disincentivize that, so something like Murkrow Armarouge kind of gets me what I want, and then I can either pivot in the NDD to stop, like, Sucker Punches, Bullet Punches, E-Speeds and stuff like that, or I can just close with Bax. Bax is pretty good here. I really do think that solo Armarouge play, you know, we are still bringing the Indie, but just like leading the big Armarouge right at the start is actually really good. I really like the Stellar Terra on it. And if they want to open up with something like the Scovillain, that's what it's called, Scovillain or the Armarouge, we can just Meteor Beam those right in the face, get that +1, get up our Tailwind, pivot out our Murkrow for an Indity, or Murkrow goes down in the first turn, and then we have the Expanding Force activated, ready to go. If they go into things like Metagross, we have the Armor Cannons. Like, Armarouge is in a great spot. We just need to protect it and take out those Pokemon that threaten it first. And so the first thing we want to do is respect things like their speed control. We see their Murkrow right there. I don't know if I need to respect Murkrow, though. Let me just think about that. If I Meteor Beam the Murkrow, I'll have the +1, which means my Pult would KO... Sorry, Pult would get KO'd by Expanding Force next turn. I think I will do that play. Like, what's Pult gonna do? So if I trade Tailwinds with you, you should also not see this coming, right? You shouldn't even be Tailwinding, in my opinion. Right? Like, you can't, there's nothing saying that you can't. Absolutely nothing saying that you can't. But, I don't think you are. I just have a little inkling in my brain here. So my Tailwind goes up. I have a full speed Murkrow. That would be going up first. Maybe like a Taunt? Meteor Beam. Say no Tailwind, right? And so I'd love to get this guy off the board. I don't know if they're sashed. I don't know if they're Eviolite, but this is going to be a +1 special attack. Heavy investment on this Armarouge here. And if we can just OHKO the Murkrow and say no speed control for the rest of the game, that's great. Nice. Nice. They probably thought I was going to go like a Quash TR type thing. And even if I lose the Armarouge here, that's fine. Like I said, they went after the Murkrow. Murkrow goes down. It's actually not the biggest deal. That does look to be a banded Pult to me. So they're probably thinking like, okay, I need to bring out Lucario and mess up this Armarouge, maybe bring in a little Metagross. There's a Metagross right here. I want to see if they go Metagross Pult. I think I would over-respect the Pult here, if I'm being honest. We could Sucker Punch the Pult. We could pivot out Indity, Stellar Terra, pop things. I'd probably pop the Pult. I have confidence in that. Pivot in the Indity. We hit that Metagross whenever we feel like it. I'm not afraid of my Armourouge eating an Earthquake or something weird, you know? So this is going to be a Stellar Terra +1 expanding force on terrain. A lot of damage here. Lots of damage. And we're going to be able to see the Metagross item. I wonder if they're going to explode here. That'd be really funny. That'd be really funny. They're like, normal gem explosion, bro. Hey, we'll close with Bax. That works for me. Bax is busted. They'll be out 2 mons because this still goes first. And once that's like... It could have been something like... I don't even know. Like what other item that pull could be other than banned. There's a Bullet Punch block. We talked about it. Conditioning those priority moves. Very, very important. Expanding force. Look at this damage. Here we go. Is it AV Metagross? That doesn't look like AV. I wonder what item it is. It's like a Lumberry safety goggles? Because, like, it's 4th on Metagross. And yeah, we're really strong. But, like, I think if it was AV, it'd still do less. It's hard to say. There's their Armourouge. Now, we don't have a great way to hit their Armourouge. But I'm just going to follow me away the damage here. If they want to go for their own Meteor Beam. I'm going to take out their Metagross this turn. And then I'm going to, like, figure out how I'm going to deal with their Armourouge. Sucks we're probably not going to be able to use Bax this game. Like, I want to use more Bax. Bax is the way this team works. You open up with a little bit of Tailwind speed control, you lose him on, and you reap him with the Baxcalibur, whose Scarf lets it basically function as, like, because we have Scarf and Dragon Terra on our backs, we're basically functioning as an already Dragon Danced Baxcalibur. And it'd be really cool to be able to, like, feature that. I think we'll do it in some other games. But, like, people, the way that people beat Baxcalibur, they say, I'm just going to not let it Dragon Dance. As long as I don't let it Dragon Dance, it's good. But this Baxcalibur comes pre-built with one, because we have Dragon Terra to boost our attack, we have Choice Scarf to boost our speed, and we just come in hot. And if you pivot in that Bax, even if you get, like, a Thermal Exchange boost, that's even better. You're able just to really surprise people and, you know, hit them where it hurts. Talk about that, hit them where it hurts. That is a Stellar Terra +1 boosted armor cannon. It could have been AV Metagross. Could have also been the most O-code Metagross of all time. So Metagross goes down. Armourouge, what you doing, buddy? You Trick Rooming? You Trick Rooming? Psyshock. Yo, go nuts, buddy. Go nuts. I'm about to hard charge this Meteor Beam, bro. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm playing with my food. Let's go. Yo, wins up. Wins up. Archrain, Basculegion, King Gambit. Double Swift Swimmer. So, like, Ninetales is actually really good here. But you use it to, like, repin things. I think getting the King Gambit off the board is the right play. So it's hard to do that. I think I'm going to actually lead Murkrow. I'm going to lead Murkrow Dengo. I think that's how this team likes to open up a lot of the time. And while Armourouge, like I just said, is very good in some of these situations, Entity is also very usable. I think I'm going to go with the Bax Ninetales. Ninetales is great into Archaludon. Ninetales is great into their board. They shouldn't be, like, leading Pelipper. They can, but they shouldn't. And I'm thinking, I'm actually really worried about Gambit as a lead. We'd have to Focus Blast it with our Goldango. And I don't really want to do that. Focus Blast, locking into Focus Blast isn't the worst thing either, because it's good into Archaludon. It can be used to break Pelipper Sash. I do think that Life Orb, Dual Wing Beat from Murkrow, and Focus Blast from Specs Dango would be enough to KO a Pelipper. So, like, if they were to lead something weird like that, I guess I'd be able to do something, but let's see how this works. This is going to be a really hard one. Very, very solid standard team. I think the Ludicolo is the only real mix-up there. That's usually like a Rilla or something on these teams, and Ludicolo is still like a really good mon. I respect it. Let's see, though. They need to preserve their Pelipper. Otherwise, Ninetales wins. So we're going to either, if we're massively ahead by the time I send Ninetales out, we're going to know. But if we're even a little bit behind, we have to send Ninetales out as bait and immediately switch it back out. Just so we can reapply that weather in the late game. And if we reapply our weather correctly, we might be able to win. So here we go. That's a great lead from them. Great lead. But I'm probably fine. Do you even follow me here? What are you following? I need the Tailwind up. I need this to not die to... I need this to not die. Why are you staying in? What is that Amoonguss even doing? Does he know I have Focus Blast? I guess you can't pivot in your Pelipper. You could have pivoted in a Ludicolo, though. Could have pivoted in the basket, or the Archaludon, too. Protect Amoonguss? No Protect. No Tail, sorry, no Rage Powder either. He's just going for Spore on Murkrow, that's fine. Focus Blast hits on Dengo, great. He didn't Sucker Punch, like, we take these. Absolutely, we take those all the way to the bank. That's the scariest Pokemon on that team for me, is that thing, right? Spore's fine. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but we got our speed control up already, so, like, it's probably okay. Next turn, they're going to Rage Powder because they know we're Spexed. I'm fine with that. What are you going to do, send out Pelipper? I'll just pivot in Ninetales. Archaludon. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I'm going to stay in then. Yeah, we just chill. Last month's Pelipper. I think we can just chill here. You can Body Press, right? But, like, that Amoonguss ain't. Oh, that ain't it, bro. Like, let's see. So this is letting me work on my sleep turns. I have my Tailwind up. This is good for me. Why do they not respect Dengo Focus Blast anymore? Like, you just got Focus Blast things. Here's a Terra. It's going to be probably Grass, but then, like, it takes good damage from Dengo. It takes great damage from Ninetales now. And the Pelipper's already on board, which means we can just bring in Ninetales and the game's over, right? It's going to be so good. Murkrow's asleep. Has to be asleep that turn. Dengo. Let it rip, bro. Focus Blast these, though. Look at that damage. Oof. It's halved. And you can go for a Body Press. I don't even know if, like, +1 Body Press gets it. Electro Shot. Can you please KO my, Can you please KO the Murkrow? Like, I love you long time. Long time. We'll be best friends. Till the end, I'll be with you. Okay. The right play is to double this Pelipper. If Murkrow wakes up, Pelipper's donezoed. And then we lose one of my Mons to the Archaludon because it's vested. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we don't even need to go into that slot. Like, you can see there's no reason to go into it at all. There's no reason. We want to get this Pelipper off the board. When the second you see that Pelipper, you tunnel it because either the Pelipper is A, staying in. It sucks we were asleep. Either the Pelipper is A, staying in, or B, it's pivoting. And if it pivots, you lose a Mon. Right? In this case, it's staying in and losing its Sash, which is great. Tailwind trade is fine. Murkrow should be waking up anytime soon. At this point, we have such an advantage. I could probably pivot my Dengo to be able to come back in and just make it rain win the game. Don't want to lose my Murkrow this turn. You can't respore me and Rage Powder. I messed this one up. Got it. I got it, right? Let's go. I got the double pivot. The reason why you want to pivot in here is because we're going to change the weather. Sorry. And I want the back slot to actually not be stopped by anything weird. I think they're just going Rage Powder. I think they're just going to go Rage Powder because they know that I'm waking up that turn and I still have the KO potential on the Pelipper. There's the Rage Powder. Nice. I didn't want Spore to go into the wrong slot. Also, I know Bax can take damage a little bit better. So Weather Ball. Oh, that's fine. Weather Ball's still at Ice Move, right? So I'm okay with that. Absolutely fine. It breaks my Sash. I would have rather taken that damage on the backs, but it's okay. So we have no Tailwind up here, but we can just bring in the Murkrow at some point. We actually just double the Amoonguss. Yeah, we can double Amoonguss here. Also just double. Yeah, I don't actually see a problem with doubling Pelipper. What are you going to do? This can miss. This can't miss. This is dicey. I'm going to Icicle Spear so bad in Archaludon, though. I'll Icicle Crash. It's okay. And I think I'm going to just Encore here. Pelipper can't do anything. So you get that one. You get the Weather Ball up here. Not doing as much. That's a crit, never lucky, right? Icicle Crash takes that thing out. And now they're trying to Spore and it won't work because I just Encored. Unless they're Mentor, which would be very dicey. Very, very mucho dice. Please don't be Mental Orb. Please, can you please not be Mental Orb? Thank goodness. All right, so now I should just be able to win. Oh, someone just dropped a follow on the Twitch channel. I'm not even streaming right now. I'm just recording a video. Thank you. We have the ability to come in with Murkrow and get a lot of value. I wonder if they have, like, Flash Cannon on that set. I would think that they do. Turns on Tailwind are last turn, so actually just protect and we win. So we're locked into Icicle Crash. So we'll throw this into the Amoonguss. We'll drop a protect, and then we just win Ninetales, Dengo, and you see it. We win by going Murkrow, and then we just lock in Blizzard and win the game. If they want to hit the backs too, that's like a crazy good play. But Ninetales should get it. Flash Cannon, they over-respect the Ninetales because of the AoE, which is not all Ninetales have room for protect. Mine does, so it's a good play. This is Choice Scarf Icicle Crash from the big backs, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. We beat Arch Rain with big backs Ninetales. Yes. Yes, please. Don't mind if I do. Battle was canceled. Wins up. Whew. It's a hard matchup, but we take those wins. Rhydon Gaming with Arch Rain. Well, I don't have to worry about Trick Room, which is great. That's nice. So I think we're actually super fine here. We can just lead Murkrow Dengo again. You can see that I like to lead Murkrow Dengo a lot. You fodder one of the Mons, and then you just reap him with backs and Ninetales. Like, it's super easy to play a team like this. They also don't have that much priority. They have, like, E-Speed's Arcanine, but, like, these two get the defense boost in Hail, so we don't have to worry about that. Goldango's a Ghost type, we don't have to worry about E-Speed, and Whimsicott has, like, Prankster Encores and stuff like that, but we have, like, Choice Mons, so, like, we don't really care. I think we're going to be in a really good spot here. The Arcanine's going to be the most problematic Pokemon. If they lead, like, Arcanine, Whimsicott, and are a full Jolly Arcanine, they can get our Dengo off the board, which might lead to us losing, but they have to be a very specific Arcanine. And we'll see what they have, you know? Dengo has an 84 base speed, and Arcanine has a 90. So, yeah, it could go south here, but let's just see how it works. You know, if you're doing that much recoil, you're within range for Murkrow's Sucker Punch. They don't even lead that way. We're just going to pop him in the mouth. This is actually a really weird situation too, which, like, I could low-key attack you without setting Tailwind, but I know I want my Tailwind. So I'm going to Tailwind here. I'm just going to go for Make It Rain. We're not going to Terra. You can Terra your Rhydon. The whole point here is to get up the speed control, stick damage, and make a slot for the Baxcalibur to get on board safely so we can disguise the fact that we're Scarfed. If I just led Baxcalibur here, I'm susceptible to Intimidates, not against this team. I'm susceptible to, like, Protect Baits. I'm susceptible to, like, their levels of speed control. I'm susceptible to Fake Out. There's that Intimidate right there. So you don't want to lead the backs. You want to bring in the backs once they already have their mons that they know are faster, right? You want to make them waste their Terras as well. Backs, if you lead it, is super susceptible to people like Terra Fairy turn 1 or Terra something weird. This guy's going to go Terra Flying. Like, Bax says, yes, please, I eat those for breakfast. And remember, this Arcanine's going to think it's in a good spot for something like a Bax. So, like, we're just going to mess him up, like, really bad. And we also have our Terra still. So let's see how much damage we do. It'd be nice to just get a KO on the Arcanine. Almost a KO, cool. And let's see, are you rock sliding? Like, that ain't it. Are you, like, high horsepowering? Like, Stone Edge. Oh, he gaming. That's completely fine. It's big backs time. It's big backs time right now. Which one of these is more likely to have Protect? You don't want to show your Ninetales until we see their Pelipper. You want to save that for a application of the weather here. Think about what I want to do here. I'm thinking about locking an Icicle Spear. Because we know they can't have Pelipper and Arch. I mean, even if they have Arch, Ninetales is great and do it. But I'm wondering if they have Whims as the last Mom, which could be dicey. I'm just going to go Glaive Rush. Glaive Rush is fine. Well, Glaive Rush the Arcanine, I think it's more common for... Like, Make It Rain might not get the KO after -1 if we super lower it. So, Glaive Rush comes in. Dango's going to go to -2. But that's still enough damage to break Sash on Kilowatt-Reel. So, like, next turn, we're going to see the Kilowatt-Reel, and we're just going to go Make It Rain Glaive Rush into that spot. And then we'll take any damage they have from something in the back, If it's Archaludon, we'll still be able to bring out Ninetales, and because we're Sash, we'll be able to double tap it with Blizzard. Even if they Terra or don't, they already Terra'd on our Rhydon, so they can't anyway, so we're fine. Easy peasy. Like, this team is, like, super easy to play. But it has all the skills. It has all you need to, like, win these Tailwind trade teams. All the stuff you need. What is this? There's the Kilowattrel again. Just got double in that slot. Pelipper. Awesome. I think that's completely fine. So, you have Wide Guard, right? You do have access to Wide Guard. One of these is sashed. I'm going to be a gamer here. I think you're going to Wide Guard Pelipper, and I think Pelipper is also your sash. Battle's canceled. Oh, dude, we didn't get the Terra. But I know I would have one-shotted that thing. Like, if it was Specs Kilowattrel, we were getting that Oko with back. TTar Baxcalibur? Yo, I'm down for this. Big Baxcalibur, huh? I think that Indity's great here. We don't even need Tailwind, I don't think. No, we just outspeed all of these things. I actually want to get the Grim off the board. I like Dengo. I actually really like Dengo Bax. I know that sounds really weird. But, like, if I lead Dengo Bax, right, and you lead Grim, I'm going to pop you, right? And if I lead Dengo Bax and you lead Sally, I outspeed that and can just pop the Sally, and you're caught in a... You wouldn't Terrastalize that. And even if you did, you'd have to, and you wouldn't. So I'm actually going to try that. I'll soak the Intimidate and still win out. You could, and you can't really Reflect and Light Screen to pick your poison, right? So I like both those. I'm going to bring the Ninetales, and... Sorry, I'm going to bring the Entity. I wonder if I should bring Ninetales. I think Armarouge might be a little bit better, but it really does struggle versus that TTar. I will bring my Ninetales. You have no terrain control, so, like, Entity needs to come. There's no reason why we would never bring Entity here. And I'm trying to see what you're going to lead with. You can lead TTar. You can lead Grim. You can lead things like Scizor. Let's see it. I'm all in for this. This is gonna be fun. Baxcalibur, you know what I'm about. You know what I bring to the table. Like, let's see that Sally TTar lead hit me with the Japanese sand, right? That was one of the best cores back in like 2015. Like TTar Exegil Salamence, like it was so good. No Sally, right? So we're just gonna pop this Grim like right in the mouth. I don't know if I want to Terrastalize though. I don't think I need to. Just gonna make it rain. Pivot in the Entity, get that ready to go. This is going to disincentivize TTar's coming in. This is going to force the Sally in. The Sally's going to have to Terrastalize Fire to not take massive damage from this Dengo. And then we just reap him with Bax. You know, works for me. This also blocks like a bunch of weird, you know, fake out Grim things, or like, I don't know, like Trick Grim. All these weird things. Like, just get the terrain on the board. Just be set. BP, see BP blocked. If we see this Scizor switch out after this turn, that tells us also that they're banned. See, it stops the Parting Shot and the BP. Like, and now this Grim didn't get any screens up. Right? I can just follow me and repivot my Dengo. That looks to be, it's not AV Scizor, right? That's probably banded Scizor. So let's see if it pivots. And if it's not banded, it's either going to be Citrus, Clear Amulet, or Orb. Right? I think those would be the options here. I do kind of want to respect Scizor because it can Tailwind. But at the same time, I think I have a great board state right now because Scizor generally struggles dealing with Dengo. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I don't even want to do this, but I have to do this. Like, this is too good not to do. We're at -1, but I'm just gonna Terrastalize, make it rain, pivot in the Ninetales, take away the sand. So the TTar is gonna lose its special defense boost. It's probably still AV. I don't know if we get the KO if we go Steel Terra, but I think this is really good because it'll put Scizor within range for either a Blizzard or a Make It Rain. I think the Scizor is pivoting here, so I'm also gonna be trying to catch that Sally with some fat damage this turn. And if it works, like, professional Pokemon, that player THATSAplusONE just knows this matchup a little bit too well, right? Just knows it a little bit too well. So Entity's pivoting. Means they're probably not pivoting this Scizor. So, like, are you orbed? You're not bullet punching again, that's for sure. Maybe U-turn? So let's see it. Here's my Terra. Looks like the TTar's, it's either, if it is faster, which is possible if it's like Choice Scarfed, it's not Terrastalizing. Otherwise, it would have Terra'd right there. So let's see. Usually, TTars are built AV, so I still think they might live. But let's see how they want to play this. Here's their Terra. So you can absolutely go like Grass Terra with your TTar. It's totally fine. Absolutely acceptable. Fire Terra also works. Like, there's the Grass Terra. It's almost like I play the game out here. It's almost like we have like a Baxcalibur and like a Ninetales ready, willing, and able to like tear you apart. It's actually kind of cool that we're seeing Grass here because like I didn't think I was going to get the KO anyways. If this does over half, it would have KO'd, but if it doesn't do over half, it wouldn't have. Oh, so that would have definitely still KO'd. And I was going to say, like, at least I'm not proccing a policy here. Yo, I can switch it up. I can use a different move now. Cool. And let's see what the Scizor uses. Their Orb TTar. I vibe with Orb TTar. Bug Bite is not doing anything to Ninetales. The Blizzard here should just get the KO on both these Mons. But just to make sure, I don't mind going for a Shadow Ball into that Scizor. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get my repin ready with Bax. Now, actually, let's see. Yeah, the repin with Bax is fine. They wasted their Terra, so if you pivot in Sally, I still win. Yeah, Blizzard's good to go. Yep. So Gold Dengo getting all those stat drops, you know, washed away. This is a full, full special attack Ninetales, so I think we're going to be in a good spot here as well. Pivots out the TTar, going to be able to reapply that sand in a little bit. What is this? The Paldea Champion. Amoongus. That ain't it, buddy. Protect Scizor. This is fine. Like, we have the power of Baxcalibur here. The power of Baxcalibur. Let's see if this is a Citrus Amoongus or not. Because we're probably going to have to use Freeze Dry next turn. Freeze it. Oh, Freezer Pleaser. And are you Citrus or not? Because, like, it doesn't matter. Citrus. Cool. Citrus is the right play. I think the way that we outplay this is... Like, they're going to pivot in the TTar here, but we have to catch this right. Yeah, just Glaive Rush plus Freeze Dries. Well, I'm going to Glaive Rush and Blizzard. If you want to pivot in the TTar, you lose something. You can't get value off this. Your Protect's on cooldown. You have a Frozen Amoongus. He's like, I only lost this game because I got frozen. It's like, no. Like, this is a Baxcalibur Ninetales board. You are pinned. You cannot pivot in your TTar without losing something. They know they have to take the L right there. Guys, that's all I have for you today. If you guys like this team and you have something you want to suggest, let me know in the comments. This was a comment that was left on my channel saying, another amazing video as always. Can you do a video with Alolan Ninetales and Baxcalibur? They asked, they received. Ninetales and Baxcalibur are locked and loaded, ready. And this team was a lot of fun to play. Like I said, you just set your speed control, lose them on in like a 1-for-1 or 1-for-2 trade, and then you just bring in the backs to solidify the game. You bring things like Indy to take away terrain. You have Armrouge for like that little, Psy Spam, Sunroom, Trick Room matchup, and yeah, pretty cool team. If you guys have suggestions for any off-minute Mimons you want to see me use in future videos, leave a comment, let me know, and other than that, peace out. I'll see you guys next time.